Okay, Chance Priest here again, another film review. Yes, over this last week I actually watched two movies instead of one. So, with my memory being what it is, I figured I better go ahead and do two film reviews this week instead of one. And I already did the Dungeon Master and gave it its comeuppance. And so the other movie, I have been wanting to watch this forever, and I was sure that I had seen this at one point in time, but I hadn't. So I bought Iron Master, which is about a master of iron. No, it's really a story, okay, about basically the first caveman dude that discovers iron and and discovers an iron sword, and trust me, within about a day he's learned to forge an old ugly iron sword into a beautiful iron sword. Isn't that amazing? So it's, the what it had and what it didn't have. Okay, what it has is great caveman awesomeness. The whole living the whole caveman life. Okay, like literally, we're the monsters, right? We got to have monsters. If you're gonna have a caveman movie, you need some monsters. This really was devoid of monsters. Okay, it did have some like what is it, Australopithecus type humanoid hairy people that had penises that were really, really weird looking, and they ran around the whole thing, and they were like a real menace, but yet they were so easy to kill. I really didn't see the whole menace part. That was a big letdown, because I was thinking, okay, now if they grabbed a hold of some of these people and bashed their heads out and started eating brains, it'd scare me, okay? But they didn't, and basically when they come up against any of these guys, whether they had iron swords or whether they just had stone tomahawks, they got killed real easy. So that part sucked, because I kind of liked those guys. I didn't. They're really weird penises. Trust me, when you see it, you'll be like, whoa, that's weird. There was some other subhuman type dudes that were, well, I guess they're all cavemanish type guys. They were all painted up and they looked real cool. Not too tough. So you got a lot of good muscles flexing in here. You have some good acting. Actually, some pretty good acting in general. I thought that was pretty good. The worst soundtrack to a movie I could ever imagine. The soundtrack was absolutely horrible. I mean, it gave you no ramp up, no like, yeah, we're about to go to war, And then we get to the war. This whole movie's about war. The whole movie is about early man, really not, a fictional man, caveman thing type. How do I know? Maybe that's the way it happened. So the whole movie's about the warring of it all, good against evil type thing, and they go at it, and the fight scenes suck. Okay, y'all, it's just, I go through this over and over, and this is directed by Umberto Lenzi. So man, that guy knows how to make some carnage, right? He failed to make carnage on that one. I mean, it was just, tat, boom, you're dead. And the strikes don't even look hard. I mean, God just use fast motion or something. I mean, they're just barely tapping the guys. I mean, get some fake rubber weapons or something and smack the heck out of people. They don't do it. So it really makes what the whole thing's about, weak. If it had some monsters in it, this thing could have shot to the top of my list. And if it had some music that was worth a darn in it, it was shot to the top of my list. Really boring music. So we get to the battle scenes and the good against evil, and the man who's down and out, who comes back and saves tribes and all this stuff like that. Well, it all goes to, and I don't know why all these caveman movies, why do all the peaceful people live at the beach, but all the other dwellers that live by the volcano, they're always bad. They're like a evil, rough, terrible type of people. But the people who live by the beach, oh, they're dreamy, So that's kind of, it followed that whole vibe. But the part that blows the movie, worse than anything else, is we get to a guy who runs the whole, we're talking about warring cave tribes, and I don't care if you're talking about, indigenous people from just 100 years ago, or you're talking about people from thousands or millions or whatever they consider years ago. The guy don't believe in fighting. He don't, the chief of the tribe on the ocean, he don't believe in fighting. He doesn't believe in war, and he don't believe in weapons. Well, if you have any sense at all, that's BS, because you would not be alive in that period of time without weapons and knowing how to fight and waging war. Just part of it. Sorry, but that's called humankind. So that really, they had this big ass, message of peace, which is weird, because they actually had to give up their message of peace, pick up the weapons, kill all the bad guys, and then throw their weapons into the water and back to peace. So, didn't really get the whole point. But as far as a caveman movie, there's goods and bads to it. It kept you going. It kept you interested. One thing I hate about 80s movies in general, when they have, you're living in the wilds for days and weeks at a time, but yet your hair is always like spritzed up with hairspray, and you're looking all glamorous and you have makeup on. I don't get that part. That throws me all the time. Okay, I can get if your hair's a little windblown, give it that look, but these guys had like total done up. I mean, the beautician, like Flo from Alice was on there making up the hair, crazy. Anyway, so was it worth watching? Yes, it was worth watching. Was it good? Not really. Could I take away something from it? Yeah. I love the Australopithecines, whatever you call them. Anyway, the hairy dudes. I love them. I could have done without their weird penises. It's good. It's good. It's just a good, good fun movie. Probably a real good one to sit around with your buddies and laugh and joke while you're watching it, because you're not gonna miss nothing important. But it's got a good it's got some pretty good visuals in it. Needed monsters, really bad. And the whole message of peace to cavemen. Mind blowing, idiotic. So Iron Master, I give its poster a thumbs up. I give its the movie a sideways thumb. That's the best I can do. I know there's some people out there that really like this movie. I ain't one of them. Would I ever watch it again? Maybe in 30 or 40 years. So, that's my film review. Do some more next week. Thank you.